Drenard Trust here, and silver is expected to skyrocket in 2025. In this video, I'm going to break down why that is the case. They're saying silver might 3x. What? Wow. So here are the factors that are expected to drive silver prices higher in 2025. You have the supply deficit. So the silver market is forecast to remain in a significant deficit for the 5th consecutive year in 2025, with demand outpacing supply. Total silver supply is estimated at 1.03 billion ounces, while demand is projected to reach 1.21 billion ounces, creating a substantial shortfall of 182 million ounces. Record industrial demand is next. Silver industrial demand is on track to hit a new record high in 2025, driven by increased use in green technologies, particularly solar energy and electric vehicles. So by 2050, solar energy alone could account for 85 to 98% of current global silver reserves. There's going to be also supposedly investor demand. Growing interest from central banks and institutional investors is expected to boost silver prices. Russia's plan to acquire 535 million worth of silver over the next 3 years is a notable example of increased institutional demand. Total silver supply has declined over the past decade, dropping over 1.07 billion ounces in 2010 to an estimated 1.03 billion ounces in 2024. Geopolitical risks in key mining regions, such as, again, Mexico and Russia, which account for nearly 21% of global silver production, could further impact supply. Expected interest rates throughout 2025 could provide significant support for precious metals, prices, including silver, as the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding assets decreases. Ongoing economic uncertainties and geopolitical tensions are likely to drive, increased safe haven demand for silver. Now, green technologies also plays a factor, right, in the demand for silver. So you have the solar energy boom. The photovoltaic industry is expected to consume unprecedented amounts of silver in 2025. Global solar installations are forecast to reach new highs, with silver demand for solar panels projected to increase by 20% compared to 2024. The automotive sector will contribute substantially to silver demand, as electric vehicles contain up to twice as much silver as traditional combustion engine vehicles. Additionally, the expansion of charging infrastructure will further boost silver consumption. The deployment of 5G telecom networks is driving demand for silver in semiconductor chips, cabling, and related electronics. Record, industrial demand, the silver industrial fabrication is forecast to exceed 700 million ounces for the first time in 2025, accounting for 55% of total silver demand. Renewable energy targets, countries like US, China, and those in the European Union ramp up their renewable energy goals. Silver demand is in green technologies is expected to surge. The development of artificial intelligence systems and other advanced technologies will continue to boost silver demand in electronics. Now, we talked about it a little bit, the geopolitical tensions influencing silver investments. So safe haven demand is first, right? Silver prices have rebounded above $33 per ounce, roughly, right? 33.10 cents, right, per ounce, breaking a 3-day losing streak. So as investors seek safe haven assets amid global uncertainties, the surge is largely attributed to ongoing conflicts and tensions in various regions. You have Middle East conflicts, so tensions in the Middle East, particularly the recent Israeli airstrikes on a Gaza hospital, have intensified investor concerns and pushed them towards precious metals like silver. These events create uncertainty, leading to increased demand for silver as a hedge against potential economic disruptions. You have the Russia-Ukraine conflict, so investors are closely monitoring US-led peace efforts on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, which continues to impact global markets and drive interest in silver as a safe haven asset. You have US-China trade relations, so the evolving trade war between the United States and China, with new tariffs and restrictions being imposed, has created volatility in global markets. So this uncertainty is pushing investors towards safer assets like silver. There's economic policy concerns, so markets are growing concerned about the potential impact of tariff policies on economic growth. So this has led to speculation about possible Federal Reserve interest rate cuts, which would most likely boost demand for precious metals like silver. You have supply chain disruptions, so geopolitical instability can lead to disruptions in silver supply chains, particularly in mining regions affected by conflicts. Interruptions can cause supply shortages and subsequent price spikes. The silver market is experiencing heightened volatility due to geopolitical factors, so sudden shifts in prices can initiate cascades of trading activity, further contributing to market instability. Investors are increasingly using silver as part of a diversification strategy to hedge against geopolitical risks and protect their portfolios during tumultuous times, right? These central banks will also play a factor in, driving the prices up for 2025, like the interest rate cuts. So the anticipated interest rate cuts throughout, this year leading to next year could provide substantial support for silver prices. Lower interest rates reduce the opportunity cost for holding non-yielding assets like silver, making it more attractive to investors. Monetary easing is also, so if central banks continue to expand aggressive monetary easing policies, it could lead to currency devaluation. So this scenario would likely benefit silver as investors move to hard assets as a hedge against currency weaknesses and inflation control. So should central banks struggle to rein in inflation, demand for silver as an inflation hedge is likely to remain robust, right? Potentially driving prices higher. So that's what I have here today. Hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.